Anyway, I went to visit Technoblade. I drove all the way there. And I met him in person. I saw his face, chat. Do you know I'd never seen Technoblade's face? That was the first time. He's doing well. He's doing well. I have a couple funny stories that I'm sure Techno will enjoy me saying. We sat in his garden most of the time. We actually, so a lot of people were saying how on the tweet Techno posted how I was like in a corner. They were like, wow, you know, he's well enough to go inside. He is well enough to go inside with me, but we still hung out outside his dad's house. And it was a lot of fun. I did pelt him at one point straight in his surgery. So Technoblade has an apple tree in his garden, right? And it's a really nice apple tree. But his neighbors complain that they rot and attract rats. And obviously Techno, with his arm, it's probably not very good for him to be climbing trees and picking apples, right? So I went up the tree and I started doing it for him. I was picking all the apples for him because I didn't want him to hurt himself by climbing a tree while he's just had surgery. So I climbed up the tree for him and started picking all of the apples. And like I was like gently throwing them into a bag he was holding on the ground in the garden. And at one point he said that I was really bad at throwing. So I just took an apple and as hard as I could pelted it. I pelted it at Technoblade. And I aimed for like his stomach, but I missed and hit him right here, right where his surgery was. And my boy Technoblade, he's a champion because he just puts down the basket and just stands there like this. And just waits. I felt so bad. But also it was quite funny. And he did deserve it for making fun of my throwing ability. I was a goalkeeper, motherfucker. I have a throwing arm. Poor B, thank you for the 5. Oh, it was good. I just have another nice story. So while we were eating in his dad's garden, his mum came over and she made us some pie. She put a little W on it. She made like a pork pie. Jan, it was in a little ceramic bowl. And she came over and she was like, and she was so nice. She was so friendly to me. She was so kind. And she brought a little ceramic bowl. And in the bowl, she baked me a little steak pie, so steak and vegetables, I think it was. And she'd put a little W. She'd written a W with pastry on the top. And I'd never had one because we don't really do like pies, like sweet pies. Even though that wasn't a sweet pie, but like we don't really do many like American style pies. And I was, it was so sweet. I felt so blessed that his mum brought, and she was like, I'm not gonna stay very long. Don't worry, I'm gonna go. And then she left. It was so sweet. It was so sweet. The entire time, Techno looked like he wanted to throw himself off a bridge. Like he was just, as his mother was being like all cute and coming over him and like being like, hello, and being so sweet. Techno went and stood on the other end of the garden, being like, I've got a social distance. But it was clear he was just very embarrassed. It was very sweet. It was very nice. It was a really nice time hanging out with old Techno. Yeah, it was a good time. We sat and we talked, we chatted the shit. I think we were all a little bit shy at the beginning, but after a little while we loosened up, and we ordered Five Guys milkshakes as well. In case you guys wanted to know, Techno's choice of milkshake is chocolate. He's a chocolate milkshake guy. Personally, I'm a Kinder Bueno guy. I went for the Kinder Bueno that time around. Kinder Bueno and banana was my choice of milkshake, actually, which I think was a damn good option. Although the problem is with with Five Guys is while they do make it like they like actually make the milkshakes right, the problem is that it did have chunks of banana in, which was a little bit gross, but it tasted nice. So it's over. Me and Techno hung out, and afterwards I drove to San Francisco, which was really nice. I went to San Francisco.